Most people are still creating content completely backwards. They sit down, stare at a blank screen, and ask themselves, what should I post today? And then they throw something out completely random and wonder why, one, nobody engages, and two, it doesn't bring them any business. Or even worse, they ask ChatGPT for 50 content ideas and get generic garbage like top 10 tips for success and slam it on LinkedIn. What if instead you could tap in to your audience's actual conversations and problems, turn those into 100 strategic content ideas, either tapped to go viral or to bring in leads to your business, all in under 10 minutes? Sounds good, right? Well, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it today using AI. All right, before I show you the demo, let me explain how this system works at a high level so you can know what we're building towards at every step. We're going to start by mining your audience's actual conversations using a social search AI feature. Then we're going to take that research, build a knowledge base to work with, and pair it with proven viral content frameworks like Gary Vee's jab, 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 right hook model. And part three, we're going to squeeze this all together and explode out 100 content ideas. So you're not going to be creating content at random anymore. Every piece in this architecture is going to be driving towards your specific goals. Okay, first step, and I need to let you know, there is a link in the description where you can get all of these instructions and all of these mega prompts that I've been crafting over the last few weeks to make this work. Now, the first one is our ICP research prompt, and we're going to pair this with a platform called Perplexity, which I'll dig into in a second. But this prompt is essentially going to do all that heavy lifting for us. It's going to go through hundreds or thousands of social media posts and Reddit forums to get immediate pain points, frustration, knowledge gaps, and trending topics from our audience to build out our initial report. It's a super in-depth prompt here that I've been building. So I'm going to copy this and we're going to go over to Perplexity. Now, you could use ChatGPT or Claude or something like that for this, but Perplexity is the beast when it comes to research using an AI tool. So it's my highly recommended one, and I'll show you why in a second. Firstly, we want to make sure we're turning on deep research mode in the middle bottom here, because that's going to give us the most power to create this report. Then I want to show you this. This is the key setting here, because in Perplexity, we can have social search. And this is an absolute gold setting, because this is going to mean we can access social media sites, mainly Reddit, and trawl through hundreds of Reddit forums and threads. Then in our prompt, we need to check out the research target inputs, because we need to give it a steer on what we're actually wanting to research here. So for my business, that might be something to do with AI. So we're talking about business owners. So I've actually just put a bit more info into this input, analyze discussions that are relevant to my AI coaching service, where I help business owners and professionals get started using AI, analyze where these professionals are hanging out, and having conversations to find things that could be relevant to my solution. And then we can run this prompt, and Perplexity is going to spend quite a few minutes actually thinking about the task and getting to its research. Once it's done, check out this insane report that we get back. We've got our audience research report for the AI coaching service for business owners as we requested, and everything's broken down into different categories. So we've got our immediate pain points, tool overwhelm and selection. Paralysis is very common. People just don't know where to start. I'm trying to show them how to do this on my YouTube channel. That's why we're here. Literal quotes of people feeling quite lost. And we can go and click source results here as well to even read this stuff on Reddit and a deeper analysis. So we're already actually getting such great pain points that if you even just reading this and you didn't do the rest of these steps, you've got amazing content ideas coming out right here. And it even gives us a little content opportunity summary at the bottom, but this is still pretty weak. We need to do a lot of work with this to get it into the really high performing structure that we want and the framework that we want to use. Now we've got that insane research, we need to pair it with another knowledge base to really squeeze the maximum juice out of it. Now, I like to use a platform called Poppy for this because it's just super visual and easy to work with. You could go and create things like projects in Claude. If you don't have Poppy, just hit a new project and you can start transcribing and adding all this information we're going to go through into a new project in Claude. I'm going to use Poppy for this and I'm going to show you why. We're going to hit on the top left here, new board, and this is going to open up our workspace here. And this is why I love it. It's super visual. We can start adding all of this report, all of this other information we need to actually get the job done. So the first thing I want to do in my Poppy board is add an AI chat. I'm actually going to name the board as well in the top left here. I'm going to call it the Content Ideation Station. That's a nice name. So I'll show you how to build all of these so you can do this for yourself as well. And remember, I've got all the instructions in this Notion file here. And we need to add some key information into this board. I want to add Gary Vee's Jab, Jab, Right Hook book. This one here, because it's going to give us the frameworks and the formulas that we're using here to deliver value and generate leads using social media. Get a copy of this book from anywhere you want on the web. Just Google it and go find a copy of it. I'm literally going to upload and add to Poppy. This is really cool. Poppy, you see, you can just upload files straight in here, and we can start using them as sources with our AI chat on the right. I'll show you how everything's going to link up. Then in my list of things, I want to go and get these 3 videos. We've got this one called I Cracked the Social Media Algorithm, full formula explained. So we're going to add some tactical advice in here. And the beauty of Poppy is we can literally just paste in, you'll see here, we can literally just paste in YouTube videos and it's going to start transcribing and analyzing them. The second one I've got is this, again, a Callaway one. I studied 100 viral hooks. These 6 will make you go viral. That's going to go into my collection here. And we've also got the science-based method to create irresistible ideas. So you can kind of see where we're going here. I've got my framework from Gary Vee. I've got my ideation and hook alignment from Callaway. And I'm going to pop these into a nice group. We'll call that like Callaway's Social Media Growth and Ideas. We've got Gary Vee's book at the top here. Now, I also want to grab that markdown file that we created our ICP report from. Actually, I've just got the text of it here because we can just throw in text into Poppy as well rather than the whole file. So I can copy that report and place it in here. Just going to tidy that up to make it clear what it is, actually. I like to be clear in everything I do for AI. Elliot Prince AI Coaching Audience Research Report, so we can reference it in any prompts later. So we've got that. And then I actually want to give it information about my business as well, because at the moment we're a bit light on that. We've got my audience, we've got all the social media growth hacks, the frameworks, but the final thing we need is a bit more information about me. This is super easy to do as well. We can just grab the website module here. Then I can go and grab just a URL to my website and put that information in. So I've got my website on that URL there. It's just in development at the moment, but it's live so that AI can see all the information on there. And it's processing that now. So we've got all the key information we need here to start working. Now we've got to link our sources into our AI chat. So you'll see I can literally grab these links and pull them and link them into our chat. So we know that we're pulling information from our correct sources here. Let's just drag that final one in there. Lovely. And we're good to go. That's step 2. We've got our knowledge base. As I said, you could use other platforms for this, but you'd have to transcribe and etc. to get them in there. Now we're into our Poppy chat. This is just like working in any other chat window. We're going to hit full screen in the middle here and bring up our working zone. Now that everything's processed and added, we can go on to actually creating our ideas. We're going to go and use this mega prompt I've written that is linked to everything we've just added and everything we've done. So we've got, you are Gary Vaynerchuk, author of Jab, Jab, Right Hook, master of value first content strategy. We've got some context inputs. So we're going to just put a little bit more context in here when we get into the copying this prompt in. And then we've got all the parameters, the knowledge base integration, everything we've just added into AI for it to reference and create our content structure. So we're going to grab this prompt as well, head back over to Poppy and add that one in. Now at the top, we just need to customize this each time. So when you see these square brackets, we need to say target platforms. You can put whatever you like in here. LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. For me, I'm going to say YouTube, keep it simple. You could do multiple platforms as well because it can highlight which piece of content is great for which platform. We're also going to say business focus again, just to give it a steer. That's it. We're ready to go with this mega prompt and all of these sources. So we've built something out amazing. This is going to be way stronger than just asking ChatGPT for 50 ideas. And we'll run that and let it get to work. You can see it's thinking and taking its time to actually start processing all of this rich information. We've thrown a lot at it. Let's see how it performs now. Okay, here we go. After a minute or two, it's actually got to work. Our 100 content ideas from all of this stuff remixed. We've got it. Do you remember we had those clusters built out from our pain and ICPs? Now we've got them built into actual more social media, potentially viral value content. Number 1, ChatGPT versus Claude versus Gemini. I tested them all. Here's which to actually use. And you'll see on my channel, these are the sort of videos I do put out. Perplexity versus ChatGPT, one of my top performing videos. These are all right on the money. And now instead of just having 1 or 2 ideas, I've got a full, what have we got, 12-piece content series that's just adding value when it comes to tool overwhelm. Free versus paid AI tools. I tested them all. AI tool overload, watch this. And they're all written with that great hook and that problem and solution that people need in my content. And then we've got our conversion content, which is designed once I've got the attention to actually say, hey, people, hey, can I have your help? Can I hire you to help me select the right tools and solutions for my business, for example? How many clusters have we got here? I mean, this is potentially years worth of content, at least a year. We've got 8 clusters, all with 10 to 12 to 15 value and conversion pieces in here. This is awesome content calendar. And then we've got it broken down. Our strategic sequencing interview, I've just got everything here laid out for me, ready to go, as if I'd hired Gary Vee to help me structure this myself, and even a hook distribution map. I'm not even sure what my hook distribution map is, where we should front load and where we should throttle back. And then it gives our summary on how we've actually built all this and some final wisdom. So this is friggin' awesome. We can take this, we can go and create our full content calendar off the back of it. We can even go back into Poppy and say like, okay, I've got all my ideas built. Now I can go into my social media distribution station or OS and start actually creating this content, start scripting out my YouTube video introductions and sculpting how this would all look. And that is exactly what I'm going to do in my next video. I'm going to show you how to take all these ideas, these 100 ideas, and turn them into banger content. Gonna have a lot of work to do.